We finally could be having a little bit of ember of a transfer news, maybe some smoke with a little bit of fire, some little kindle of a flame could be coming our way. Something exciting. That's Harvey Elliot from Liverpool. West Ham potentially are interested. Listen, we could be interested in whoever we like. If we don't go and make the move, it means nothing. But that is a player that it seems that we would like to sign, and we'll talk about how I think it's going to be a good signing and the likelihood of that signing happening. And yeah, Harvey Elliott, really talented young player, 22 years old, can play right wing, can play attacking midfielder, can play centre midfielder. Uh, he's got versatility, he's got skill. He's good on the ball, take players on, and he's got a shot on him. As we see, he played really well for the England under-21s the other day. The only thing he sort of lacks, I think, for me, what I've really been looking for us to sign is that sort of explosive pace. And I'm not saying he's a really slow player, but it's not something he's particularly known for. And I would like to go and get some more pace in this side. However, if we sign other players with pace around him, we don't need to have every single player to be a team of sprinters. So we can afford to have some skillful players with the quick players around to overlap and feed off through balls and all that, and drive the ball up the pitch. And yeah, we can fit those players in, right? I think when you have a player like Harvey Elliott come available, you got to take notice. He's looked, I think like a real talent in that Liverpool side, and it's been a bit difficult for him last season under Klopp. 2 seasons ago, 2022, 2023, or 3 seasons ago, 32 games. Followed that 34 games, and then Slot comes in, it drops down to 18 games in a Liverpool shirt, and I just don't think Slot, he's a Slot player. I don't think Slot really fancies him, and they're looking to try and recoup some of the money that they've spent and splashed, a lot of money. And listen, I think it works. This is a good move for everyone. It's good for Liverpool, it's good for Harvey Elliott, and it would definitely be good for West Ham. However, there is stiff competition. Brighton are said to have be pushing a £40 million deal. That's their offer. £40 million, a lot of money, especially when you're broke like West Ham apparently are. It's a hell of a lot of money. And it's going to take West Ham's owners, Sullivan, Kretinsky, whoever, to stick their hands in their pockets and compete. It's a young English talent. These are the sort of prices you're looking at. One who's coming from a top club like Liverpool. That's a deal I think that you have to go and stick your hand in the pocket for. And it's just a case of, will we? This is the thing. If we have to sell to buy, this is the perfect example of the issue where your targets just get snapped up. So Brighton, straight away, no messing around, £40 million. While we're waiting. Go and slap down the 40 million and let him choose. And I'm not saying that we're a clear, obvious option. There's no reason to really choose us apart from the London factor. That's all we've got going for us. Fulham, his former club, are interested. They've got that going for him. So he may go back there. I don't know. But we've got to try. He come through QPR, Fulham, so he did. I wouldn't say he's a London boy. I think he's just at the outskirts of London, but close to London. So we can appeal to that and have Potter try and sell him on the project. There's a chance, but without the money, he's on 40k a week. So wages, we're saving a lot of money off wages. Now I wouldn't go and stick him on like 100k off the bat, but you double his wages to like 80k, 70k, 75k at least, 70, 75 or whatever. It looks more tempting, more appealing. So that combination, mixed with London, mixed with Potter can sell him on it, we may have a chance, but we have to go and move. We have to go and slap the money down to Liverpool. Otherwise, like I said, this is all a waste of time, what we're talking about. And we're just going to find ourselves in this situation again and again and again. Now, if they're confident they can sell these players, why not at least put the money down and just recoup it? after the sales and advance. Otherwise, like I said, this is just going to be the first of many. You're going to have clubs like Brighton, Forest, Fulham, Everton, Villa, like all these clubs that we're looking to be trying to compete with are all just going to be snapping up targets, and they're going to be a lot stronger than us next season. And we're going to go into the start of next season weaker than we finished last season. So let's try and get some business done early. I don't care, like the window, it's only been open 10 days. We got loads of time. I don't care that we've got loads. I don't want to see us leave it until the end of August to start making moves. Because with them, we'd already have gone and dropped points by then. We'd already lost several games by then. So go and get it done now. Give players a chance to have a pre-season. And, let's start the season strong. Let's have some hope for that Sunderland game, that we can go into it and be confident that we can go and win that game. Because right now, I'm not. So let me know what you all think. Harvey Elliott, yes or no?